Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. I know you guys have been super excited to see some gameplay, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a sort of a traditional Let's Play style video where we'll be talking about some of the game mechanics and trying out the new civilization of the Maori. Now, Kupe leads the Maori, and he has some pretty unique bonuses. I do want to mention, though, that Firaxis was super duper kind and gave me access to the press build of Civilization 6, and for that I am eternally grateful. Let's take a moment to talk about the civilization bonuses that we're going to be playing with in this game. Kupe's Voyage. We're going to begin the game in an ocean tile. We'll gain a free builder and +1 population when we settle our first city. The palace receives +3 housing and +1 amenity, +2 science, and +2 culture per turn before you settle your first city. We also have Mana, which gives us the sailing and shipbuilding technologies unlocked and the ability to enter ocean tiles. Embarked units gain +5 combat strength and +2 movement. Unimproved woods and rainforest are +1 production and becoming +2 once the conservation civic is unlocked, and fishing boats provide +1 food and culture bomb the adjacent tiles. Resources cannot be harvested and great riders cannot be earned. It's an interesting civilization, I gotta say. We also have a few unique buildings and units. I can't go into the Civilopedia though to tell you guys about that. We'll take a moment here to go through all of these things that you'll see when you load up the game. Welcome to Civilization Gathering Storm. Introduce you to the new features in the expansion. Additional information can be found in the Civilopedia and advisor tips. For this preview build, I will not be able to go into the Civilopedia, so we won't be doing that. But when the game launches, we'll be able to do that, no problem. The World Congress is where you make your voice heard amongst the other civilizations in the world. It's an important part of the diplomatic victory. Proposals are sent before the World Congress for a vote. Yeah, I think we kind of know all this sort of stuff, and anything we don't know, I can explain later on. I'll click through them slowly if you want to pause and read them yourself. And there you go. So, discovery of shipbuilding gives us +2 era score. Interesting. So it looks like we're starting up near the north of the map, and we've already met a city-state, which is really interesting. We've met Candy. That's quite fortunate. Let's first off send our warrior a scouting. What we're looking for is a nice place to settle. We are playing a Island Plates game on Emperor difficulty. I'm just playing on Emperor so that I can kind of get used to all the new mechanics before I move up to Deity. And we are playing with the disaster setting to the 3rd setting, which means that disasters are slightly more intense than they would be in a sort of baseline game. I don't think we want to settle this deer. I'd like to find a better spot. In terms of technology I want to research, we start with shipbuilding and sailing. I might want to go for astrology. I'll consider it. Astrology could be a lot of fun as the Maori. We are not gaining any faith though because we don't have a capital city center. And it looks like we might have found some good land over here. I'm going to spend a bit of time looking around, seeing if we can find a good spot. Kind of want to settle, maybe I want to be settling around turn 6 or 7, I think. Oh dear, got caught in a typhoon. It's Cahokia. That's really cool. Let's explore with the warrior first. Looks like there's some fertile land over here that we could take advantage of. Oh man, I was really hoping I could settle on that coffee right there. That would have been a great spot for a city. I think we'll be fine. Although one big advantage here that we're getting is we're meeting a lot of city-states. I never considered that as a potential thing that the Maori might be really good at, is meeting lots of city-states early. So I think I might settle on this island if it has at least like a few more tiles on it. Yeah, I think settling here is fine. I'll settle like right... Well, I want to get these 2 fish, so I might settle... Yeah, I think I'll settle on that tile right there. We'll keep exploring. Oh, another city-state. Very cool. We're going to be starting off with a lot of bonuses, actually. A lot of yields. So let's... get over there. There's Jerusalem. There's the north of the map. We must be not far from the south of the map. So we'll pop up there. We'll settle right there, and we'll be able to work the spices pretty early. Keep exploring with our warrior. I'm going to loop my warrior back around.
It is not wisdom.
There's Code of Laws. Let's take the... let's take God King and... Well, sorry. Let's take Urban Planning and Discipline. We're settling a little bit later than I would have liked, but it should be totally fine. So we start with a free builder, and we're working on Astrology, although I don't know if Astrology is the right choice, although I would like to get harbors up on a naval map. Alright, so... what do we want to do first? I could go for an early quadrireme and keep exploring, or an early galley and get a good bit of exploration going. Now let me double check. We can go into ocean, right? There's a way to open this guy's thingy up, right? Yeah. We can enter ocean tiles, so we could explore pretty well with a galley. I think I'm going to power for a monument. I could go for just a fast settler. That's an interesting idea. I'll do a little bit of builder exploration just to know a little bit more about my island. And we'll go ahead and pick up foreign trade so that we can get a trader and maybe get a trade route with one of these city-states and get perhaps another envoy. Looks like Cahokia would like a trade route. To be fine. Wow, we are generating a lot of extra resources that I wouldn't otherwise be generating if I wasn't the Maori. It's really, really cool. Oh, there's Hungary. I'm not sure I was ready to meet a Civ. I think I might have just settled on their doorstep. I do have all of the expansion civilizations in this game. I thought it would be interesting to see them for you guys. So hopefully he's not too aggressive. We do a little bit of builder scouting until my warrior gets home. Yeah, it looks like I'm seeing a little bit of loyalty pressure over there. I might want to settle a second city purely for the defensive benefits of having 2 cities nearby. Oh wow. He's already getting ready to declare war on me. There's Valletta. That should mean my settler is made a little bit quicker. City is about to grow. That's good. We are working good tiles, right? I think I'd rather work a little bit of extra food near the game. Food tends to be at its highest value early in the game, so that's why I like to work it early. I'm gonna have trouble placing districts here. No, I can remove features. I just can't remove. So I could probably remove this, put a mine there or something. Although, do I really want to remove things as? Oh yes, Earth Goddess, give me that. Since that's based on appeal, that's going to generate a lot of faith for me on these like nice islands over here and stuff. So I'm pretty happy about getting Earth Goddess.
7 girls were chased.
Oh wow, I didn't know this was here.
When the girls jumped on a low rock, one of the girls prayed to the rock. Rock, take pity on us. Rock, save us. The rock heard them and began to grow upwards, pushing the girls higher and higher.
Very cool. This is a one-tile impossible natural wonder that provides +1 faith and +1 production on adjacent tiles. We might try to settle down here. Let's see, where could we settle down here? I'd like to know a little bit more. I think I'm going to send my settler down here to get a hold of this guy, because that looks like a lot of fun to play with. Okay, so we have Astrology. Won't be able to get Celestial Navigation for a very long time. Let's go ahead and grab Pottery. Well, Archery could be quite useful, actually. I don't really have much I can do with this builder right now, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, we completed the settler. I think it might be a good idea to grab an early galley, but I would like to wait until foreign trade was completed before I get a galley. I think a scout for just looking around here would be useful. Let's have you loop in this way. You've already used up all your moves. Oh, for sure we want to settle like... there on the grassland hill. I'd like to get the amber, so I'm thinking right here is actually a good spot. I do want to improve the fish for the boost towards getting harbor district, so I think that's something I'm going to work on. Now keep in mind this is Civ 6, but oh right, border pops from claiming fish. Cool. I forgot that one of their abilities did that. That's great. Do we have a bonus for fishing boats? Oh, fishing boats provide +1 food. That's great. That's really powerful. That's a pretty powerful ability. Let's head down this way and see if we can land here. I'm going to land this warrior here and see if I can take out this barb camp. We'll do a bit of exploration with our scout now on this sort of local territory. I guess we could just keep settling. I think it would make sense to just quickly grab the monument to bring our culture gain up a little bit. So that gets us the boost for celestial navigation. I could get the pearls online and sell them to Hungary. I think that would be a fairly reasonable thing to do. It would do a bit more culture bombing, which is exciting. Let's purchase that tile. It's 80 gold, which is pretty expensive, but it gives us a luxury resource that we can sell to the AI. Oh wow, he's so upset with me that he really doesn't want to take my stuff. Let's just heal up here for now. So he says we're true friends. So I think his relationship with me has changed. I think he's a little happier with me. So what if I were to sell him this luxury now? No, he still has pretty unreasonable demands. Interesting, he's coming over here to settle. I really don't mind him settling towards me, because I can kind of settle wherever I want as the Maori. So settling right beside that is super nice. Look at all this faith and production and food we're getting. This is incredible. I'm really happy about that. I don't think I can't harvest resources, so I have to kind of stick with. I'm going to want to try to settle on resources if I can to make room for districts, but yeah, see, because this is filled with resources, I won't be able to do anything. I think I'd like a quadrireme for early game ability to navigate, so I'm going to get to work on that, and I'll slot in the 100% production card here next turn. So we're going to put in the 100% production towards ancient and classical era naval units. So he settled pretty close to me. I might settle like another city or two over here Let's see, do I want to queue that up? Do I want to get a holy site? I don't think I want to get a holy site. Now that I've seen this state, although I do have a lot of faith. What I'd like to get in here is I'd like to get a slinger, a galley, a settler, and a holy site. And I don't know the order I want to get these in. I think I want to get the slinger first, then maybe get another settler. This is the new production queue, by the way, that they implemented. Slinger, settler, galley. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. So, I want to get to political philosophy in a reasonable amount of time. I think I could pick up craftsmanship here. Early Empire is appealing to me, actually, because I do have the potential to grow to 6 population pretty quickly here. I don't want to explore too far away, because I want to know if he starts moving his units towards me, so I'm going to kind of keep my scout nearby. Oh, I think there's a little tornado going through the water there. Storm peters out. Oh, you can see the storm events in the event history, which is really, really cool. There was a tornado family urban. There's the Great Bath, which is good for rivers. It's a new wonder. Floodplains, tiles along the river containing a Great Bath are now immune to flood damage, though food and production yields from flooding drop by 50%. And gain +1 faith for every time a city belonging to this, a tile belonging to the city has been flooded. Wow, really cool. That's a really interesting wonder. Could be a lot of fun to rush that as China, actually. If you get a big river system, like if you get a big floodplain as China, that could be really, really cool. I would like to be able to get rid of rainforest, so I might want to make my way towards bronze working. Looks like Hungary's going for a religion, so maybe I can skip a religion. We'll do a little attack there, then heal up and then attack again. So it doesn't look like Hungary wants to be aggressive just yet. And there's the boost towards early empire. So in fact, since I'm getting the boost to early empire in the not too distant future, it might be a good idea to build like a galley and a quadri. Although, are these expensive? I can't remember. I do have a decent amount of gold though. I think I can support a small early game navy at this point. And I might meet some city-states before other people, which could be valuable. I'm going to send my slinger just to scout down over here. I can see if I want to settle there. And you're going to heal up for a turn or two before you continue to attack this guy. Well, I'm feeling pretty safe from Hungary. It doesn't look like he wants to go to war with me. Oh, there's Kumasi too. And I'd also, actually, could I purchase a trader? No, I won't be able to purchase a trader for a turn or two, but I would like to start trading with Cahokia. Oh, they actually have a little canal city here. Look at that. When I was watching the live streams and talking about canals and some of my first impression videos, canals are something, it's just, you know, it's like it's a little fluff thing that just, you know, kind of appeals to my Civ player, my inner Civ player, you know? Canal cities. Everyone loves canal cities. So I think we're going to continue to do little attacks here. And then we'll heal up again. And we picked up mining. I'd like to get bronze working. It's going to take a while to research. I could go for riding. I think I need to get bronze working to be able to get rid of some of this jungle. As good as this jungle is as the Maori, it's hurting my appeal, which is making me less than happy to have this around. And I think I'd rather just be able to place districts on some of these tiles. So here's our galley. Did I call it a trireme? I might have called it a trireme. Okay, so now it looks like he might be coming aggressively in my direction. So let's keep our eyes out for his units. Spend a turn healing, then attack, then promote. There's a tribal village over there. Let's get you inside the capital, fortified. You're going to poke up onto this hill, scouting for units. Okay. And there's early empire. So now we're going to plug in early empire so that we can settle the colonization policy, so we can settle more efficiently. Now the quadrireme, I think I'll send up around to the north. you're going to take your battle cry promotion. And let's make our way towards political philosophy. I think I'll pick up craftsmanship. I can appoint a governor. Now, there's actually quite a few different governors I could go for here. One thing that I'm considering is going for Pingala and trying to get an early government district up. You know what? I like that idea. 5 turns. This. Yeah, I like the idea of going for Pingala, using his connoisseur ability to get an early district up, and then getting Magnus to chop out settlers. I think with the rainforest. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put Pingala into our capital city and make our way along. I think that has some potential as a strategy. The Ancient Era is ending soon. Okay, we cleared out the barb camp. We got a little bit more era score, which I'm pretty happy about. See, when does my unique unit appear? So I accidentally showed the Civilopedia by clicking on the Toa unit. I can't actually do that. That's something I'm not allowed to do. So I'm going to have to cut that out. But the Toa is a swordsman replacement that becomes available at construction instead of ironworking. It does not take iron, but it does take 30 more production over the regular swordsman. But it does have +4 combat strength, and it also has a -5 combat strength penalty to adjacent enemy units. So it's a relatively interesting unit. It's kind of, honestly, it's more of like an it feels more like a medieval unit than it does a classical era, but it does come kind of right at the end of classical after a lot of classical text, so that's kind of understandable. Let's make sure we swing up this way. Keep exploring. I have to be really, really careful about not revealing that, because that's like the one thing they ask you not to do is don't reveal the Civilopedia in your content. And I'm like, okay, and then I just, you know, one of the like 20 minutes in, click Civilopedia, there it is. All right, let's get this guy to heal up. We will continue to explore. Alrighty, quadrireme. So what would I like to do here? I think I would like to get a builder out. And maybe improve these two, because I can't harvest these, so I may as well get them improved. It does only give me food, which isn't amazing. Alternative, oh, what I could do here, first of all, is purchase a trader to send to Cahokia. And then in Ngaruwahia, I could make a... Actually, you know what? It might be a good idea to make a warrior to explore with my boats. Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty oh, well, you know what? I have a quadrireme. Let's make a second galley. I have 2 quadriremes. A second galley seems pretty reasonable at this point in the game. Alright, so we want to trade with Cahokia because that'll get us +1 envoy. There goes our knowledge of currency. I actually don't know if I'm going to settle over here. I think I want to try to settle for value as the Maori and try to get a lot of land inside my... get a lot of like territory per city, like not necessarily grow tall, but have my city spaced out, just because my settlers are so mobile and I have the opportunity to access so many different lands. So this is going to be the last settler that I build until I have my hall built, my government plaza. I'm going to want to get a builder in the meantime. And I think my government plaza is going to go... Where do I want to put my government plaza? I could in theory... Well, there's not really much room down here. I think I'm going to put my government plaza right there. And then I think I could put my harbor either here or here. I think I'm going to put my harbor there. And that's the current 2 districts that I'd like to get up pretty early here. Let's send you off to explore this nice island over here. It looks like we found the ice. Actually, I might send you down through here. Continuing to explore. This is actually really interesting. In fact, if I was playing maybe a little bit better, I could have circumnavigated the world before the ancient era ends, which is kind of mind-blowing. So we're scouting out a few different areas. We have a little bit of an idea of where we might want to settle a city. Let's see. I think it could be fun to settle out here in this little random island. Fill it with forests and stuff. Or we could go settle on this tribal village. I think I'd like to... Actually, over here kind of appeals to me too. It's kind of more in line with keeping my capital city a little safer, which I think is a pretty reasonable thing to do. Okay, Matthias... Actually, it was Hungary built the Great Bath, which is interesting. Okay, there's some barbarians approaching my city. That's not a big deal. Not really until I have actually things they can pillage. So we're getting a pretty good scout around this island. This builder is in position to chop to make room for the government plaza. I could get a holy site, man. The question is, do I really want to go for a religion? I guess I could go for a religion. The Maori... Yeah, I think the Maori strikes me as a civ that fits pretty well into the culture victory, and I feel like faith feeds into a culture victory really nicely. So I think it could be pretty reasonable to go for an early religion here. So in fact, we're going to position you there. For now... what do I want to do? Well, I guess we could get another settler. There's like no harm in it, you know? Oh, I definitely want to explore that tribal village. Keep exploring here. And I think we're going to settle here. Do I want to go for a holy site in here? No, I kind of want to preserve... I kind of feel like I want to preserve all this forest and stuff. So I'm just going to work on a monument in here. Well, you know what, actually? I'm going to grab myself a slinger to defend myself. And I think I'm also going to queue up a slinger down here to defend this city. So that I can pick up archery and then have 3 archers for the boost towards crossbowmen. Which I think that's still how it works, right? Yeah. Machinery still has the same tech boosts. It's always worth double checking though. There's bronze working, so we have revealed iron as a resource. That's something we might want to scout out for if we're looking for a settlement. And we can also chop rainforest, which is pretty good. We're only a few turns away from getting access to the state workforce district, the government plaza. Alright. I think it's about time we unlock the harbor. Oh, I had meant to send you there. That was a Critical error on my part. Here's a galley. Let's send it through the gap. It's actually, it feels really interesting to have this many naval units and just like have so much knowledge of the map at turn like 42. It's very intriguing. Do I want to? Yes, I want to chop so that I can place the holy site without wasting a chop. Do I want to go for the settler first? I think I want to grab the settler first. And then I want to have you... I might even chop out the settler. Yeah. I'm going to chop here to make room for the government plaza. I think that's a reasonable... Oh. Quadrireme. We shoot first. Shooting first gets us an advantage in combat. Do I have a unit nearby that could help? Oh, a little bit of a... me grabbing the camera weirdly there. Very cool. Oh, Jesus. Take the wheel. Get me out of here. There's plus 20 faith. I can make a dedication now. I think I'll go for monumentality. That'll get me a couple of arrow points. Let's move you onto this forest. I'm going to have you just stay there because I want to know more about whether they're coming for me or not. We're going to keep exploring with these guys. Ooh, there's Grenada. It looks like I was the first to meet the Grenada. This feels really nice to have this many envoys. I kind of like. I gotta say, it's interesting playing the Maori. Kind of like the way I set this game up. Okay, let's move this way. And I'm going to get to work on the holy site. I'm going to chop purely to speed it up a little bit. Where's my next settle? Ooh, I could settle over there for iron. I like that plan. There's a couple of fishing boats nearby. If I settle here, I will eventually get access to this fishing boat. 1, 2, 3. I do lose out on this fishing boat, but if I settle here, I get this one, but not this one. So it's kind of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Oh, I could settle on the truffles. Yeah, I think I want to settle along this island just to have like a little bit of a kind of secure bit of national security. Let's send you out exploring up this way. There's Geneva, and there is the Inca. I'm going to actually try to make friends with the Inca. I think I made a mistake not sending an envoy to these guys. So let's send a delegation, or not an envoy. Sorry. Oh, I forgot. I had meant to send. I should have sent a delegation to both of these guys. So hopefully the delegation will keep our relationship improved. So I have an unknown reason why he likes me. I think it might have something to do with his agenda. Now we do have 200 gold saved up. Let's see, could we get something useful with this gold? Well, perhaps. Get that iron mine. That would be maybe a good idea to purchase a builder over there.
A strong economy.
So there's state workforce. Plus 15% protection towards ancient and classical era wonders, and the government plaza. That's what we were looking for. So we're going to switch in to building the government plaza, but we are going to finish the holy site first. Let's start a queue up. We want to go holy site, government plaza. We also want to use this new governor promotion. Do we want to promote? Yeah, we want to get connoisseur. And the reason we're getting connoisseur is so that we get the extra culture to get this twice as fast, so it'll be ready in 5 turns. And since that's going to be ready in 5 turns, we'll be able to go for the government plaza building that makes us build settlers quicker. I almost opened the Civipedia there again. God damn it. It's a really bad habit of mine, because I'm always like trying to talk about and explain things as I play. Well, it's actually a pretty okay habit, but it's a really bad habit in the context of, you know, being trusted with early access for a civilization game, being asked to respect certain rules. We're going to go ahead and go for irrigation. I could build a farm with my final build charge here, and that would speed up the acquisition of irrigation, and then I could start to improve the bananas and the these things. Question is, if I removed some of these jungles, I think it would improve the appeal of these tiles to the point where they would give faith, which I think is pretty okay. That seems like a pretty decent decision to make. I have a galley here. Where's my quadrium? I'm going to bring my quadrium. Oh no. Could be potential for a canal or canal city. So he wants to buy some of my horses, and he's going to give me diplomatic favor. Would you even give me more? So 3 gold, 2 gold per turn, 10 diplomatic favor, 420 horses. I actually think that's a reasonable deal, since I don't have a use for my horses right now. Your delegation is also welcome. Ooh, certainly room for a canal city over there. So we finished a slinger over here. Let's put it onto alert. We could use a builder here. We could put up both of these farms, although I'm not really sure that does anything for me. We could get a +1 holy site right here. And I think we'll go for that. I think we'll go for the +1 holy site. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. A lot of tundra land we've found so far. Have we discovered whether or not the map loops yet? I don't think we have. I don't think we've searched far and wide enough. Okay, somebody has built Stonehenge. It means a religion should be founding soon. I actually do really like that spot, but I'd like to secure another settlement along the coast of this island that I'm settled on with Hungary. There's that. Let's send our warrior to go pick that up. Take him a few turns to get over there, but that's okay. There's Muscat. We weren't the first to meet Muscat, which is interesting, because it means there might be a civilization nearby. A lot of missions. Oh, I made the map slightly larger and put in a few extra city-states just to kind of see how things looked. Just kind of experiment. So that'll give me the boost towards irrigation. Which is basically like a science boost. Okay. So the holy site is just about done. Now we have a lot of faith. We could actually faith purchase our great prophet pretty early here. I want you to go up there. Very interesting. Interesting land that we're discovering. Let's have a look over here. Right, we finished another slinger. We finished another slinger in this city. What would I like to do here? Oh, that's a really good holy cider campus. Well, I think I kind of have to put a campus here, right? Or a holy site here. Now, it's also a really good national park. Although this is all kind of jungle, and I kind of want to get rid of jungle anyway, so I don't mind purchasing this and then parking a holy site on it. I feel like I'm investing heavily in religion thus far. I'm already building 3 holy sites. And here is Mansa Musa, the old kind of King Midas character himself. It's an honor to meet you. We'd love to sample your hospitality. Although wait, is he? He's kind of along the same vein as King Midas. So rich that it's silly. Okay, so we will suffer loyalty pressure if we try to settle over on his island.
Let me ask leave then.
This is the Matterhorn.
Pay a tribute.
That's always nice to find because that gives you a little bit of era score. You want to buy my diplomatic favor for 17 gold, 1 gold per turn. No. How would you like to buy my pearls? You only give me 3 gold per turn. No, I'm not really interested in that deal. Perhaps Pachacuti would be more reasonable in the deal he might give me. So there's political philosophy. And we're going to pick up Autocracy right here. Because that's going to... Now, Classical Republic is really, really good, right? For Great People Generation, you have the economic policy cards. But there's something really cool about Autocracy. Also, little glimpse at the future governments. Oh, you just get a peek. That's it. You just get a peek. There's your peek, okay? We're going to go to Autocracy. Because we get the +1 to all yields for each government building and palace in a city. So what that'll allow us to do is sort of leverage our very, very strong capital into an even stronger capital. Right, +1 production per turn feels decent. Yep. And then I think I'll go for Agog as well, so that we can train land units as well as naval units. Let's choose our next civic. So we want to use the government title that we get from the government plaza to upgrade Pingala for extra science, and then we can use him to... Did I build a granary over here? Did I even unlock the granary? No, I'm still working on it. Right. That makes sense. So, Bessie Apadana. We could work on drama and poetry. So this is the Mare, which is a theater square that gives us +2 culture and 2 faith to all cities tiles with a passable feature. After flight is researched, receive +2 tourism to of all cities tiles with a feature, costs no maintenance and has no great work slots. I think we're going to go for drama and poetry. It feels like a pretty reasonable decision line to go down. And that does unfortunately mean we're going to have to skip the harbor in here if we want to get a thingy up, a mare up. But we're almost in a position to faith purchase our great prophet. He's getting cheaper and we're getting more faith every turn. So I think it's pretty reasonable to settle right here. And I wanted to purchase a builder in this city. This city, I'm going to go straight for a harbor to try to get that up and running as fast as possible so that we can use it to leverage into some naval production, I think would be reasonable. We're finding a lot of kind of weird lands. Like, it's all... There's lots of land, but I'm not really sure most of it is usable. So the one that we want here is Ancestral Hall, so that we can go absolute nutty settling cities. I think that seems pretty exciting. So we'll go ahead and build the Ancestral Hall, and then we'll move into a theater square. How many religions have been founded? 2 religions out of 6 have been founded. So there is room for me to get a religion here. There's 4 more going, and I'm pretty close to being able to get it in terms of faith purchasing my great person, which I think I will do just to make sure that I get a religion. There is Rangitoto. One of the downsides of only really being able to explore coastally as the Maori with boats is that I don't really have a lot of knowledge of what's actually happening inland. Ooh, free experience. Not exactly what I was hoping for. We did just finish pottery, which means we can get potentially a granary in this city. And I think I might go for the granary next, because this city is pretty hard locked by growth. So I think grabbing that granary will let it grow a little bit bigger. Maybe get a few more pop in. And sort of just start generating more stuff for me. Okay. Some good exploration happening. Haven't really seen too many weather effects, although I'm not sure if that's like a bad thing or a good thing or a neutral thing. I'm going to consider myself blessed. Okay, here's our galley. Ooh, tribal village over there. Too bad I'm not Norway and I can't navally, pillage things. Ah, your delegation is definitely welcome, Mansa Musa. Your delegation is welcome. I might be able to get a friendship with Hungary.
Thousands have lived without.
And that might be a good move. Alright, nice. What are his relationships? I don't think he's actually met anyone else, has he? I think I'm the only one who's like met anybody. Which is interesting. Okay, so we got irrigation. That means we would like another builder in our capital. I think we're going to pick up the builder over here, improve the iron so that we can start sort of accumulating iron and maybe sell it to the AI. Wait, how did I get 20 horses? I don't remember how I got 20 horses. Somebody bought 20 horses off me and I'm not sure how I got horses. I'm not going to question it. Did somebody buy 20 horses off me? I feel like they did. I feel like somebody bought 20 horses off me and I'm not sure how I got those horses. I think it would be reasonable. So our current like core districts are going to be like holy sites and theater squares with the occasional campus. And you know what's going to be fun actually? I'm making this decision right now. We're going to go with a zero pollution playthrough. So we're going to do our absolute best to emit zero emissions. So we're not going to build any industrial zones, which is probably ill-advised because of all the nice benefits you get from building industrial zones and coal power plants and stuff. But it's going to be an interesting challenge. So I think that kind of makes it so that we want campuses. So I think it's going to be reasonable to pick up campuses here. Let's do a little shot on this guy to get a bit of experience. That'll kind of push us towards getting healthy again. And then I want you to go into the water next turn. I've already explored down that way. Why did I go back that way? It's because I'm a dummy, that's why. I gotta say though, Suleiman. Greetings, Suleiman. It's an honor to meet you. Exchange information on our capitals, although I'm not sure if I want him to put his... I'm not sure if I want him to put his Grand Vizier in my capital. It's like, keep your Grand Vizier in your pants, Turkey, alright? Ottomans. He'd like to buy my diplomatic favor. I kind of want to hold on to my diplomatic favor. I feel like it's a pretty rare resource that I kind of want to make sure I accumulate so that I can kind of... Ooh, watch out. Do a little bit of a runaway. You run up this way. Alright, cool. We're getting really good exploration off. Ooh, I would actually like to settle those. There is the theater square as an option now. I think, as much as it pains me to crush this tile, the +2 here, and then I could even move the harbor here. If it lose +1 off the harbor, yeah, I think that actually might be worth it. No. But I think I do want to put the theater square here. As much as it pains me to crush this really, really nice tile, I can't really place it on either of these. And it's the only place it's really going to get... get a lot of value. So let's make sure we finish the Ancestral Hall. Let's pick up currency for now. And in case you want to build a couple of commercial hubs at some point, we we are generating quite a lot of culture and science right now. I'm a little bit... I kind of really like this Pingala build. Oh my god, I completely forgot to promote him with the researcher promotion. Completely forgot. That's actually a lot of science we missed out on. Feels pretty bad. I think we'd like to go for... see, we're in a little bit of a conundrum. Because we'd like to go for the mausoleum. We'd like to go for the mausoleum, but... Well, actually, we could go for the mausoleum over here. In Kahia. I think it might actually be reasonable to go for the mausoleum right here. Yeah, that kind of works in my mind. We put the mausoleum right there. We're going to need to build this city up a little bit if we're going to go for the mausoleum, though. It's going to need food. Let's get this amber up. Because it is a luxury that I can sell. Oh, speaking of selling luxuries, I got to figure out what people are willing to buy. Oh, no, I didn't mean to take that deal. God damn it. Whoops. I meant to click no. I feel like they switched those buttons on me. Let's make sure we get the first strike in that combat. We're continuing to explore. He would like to buy 16 of my diplomatic favor for chocolate. I'm not really interested in chocolate right now, thank you very much. Although I did have some chocolate earlier today, and I was quite satisfied with that chocolate. This will progress towards naval tradition, and we also have a leveled up quadrireme, which is going to be quite a formidable opponent. I probably could have gone around, like for example, if Buenos Aires was coastal, I would have maybe considered conquering it, because I don't need industrial city-states. So that could have been a reasonable thing to do. Let's keep exploring. Unit needs orders over here. Let's move 2 tiles and then take the line of battle promotion because we want to have control of the water against the barbarians. Just exploring the coastline, just so I have a better idea of where I might want to settle in future. Let's spend the money to get this, put a fishing boat on it, and then work it for the extra food. And that'll help the city grow and actually develop a little bit better. Because it lacks food right now. It could even be worth it to buy out of this fish boat. So the Ancestral Hall is complete. So in theory, I can make settlers really, really quickly. The question is, do I want to get my theater square up, my shrine up? Let's go ahead and get our grade profit. That'll give us some era score. Do I want to get my theater square up? Or do I want to start immediately building settlers? The theater square will take 6 turns, which is an awful lot. I think I want to appoint Magnus. Yeah, I think I want to appoint Magnus, put him in this city. Am I planning on... I'm kind of tempted to go surplus logistics this game instead of provision. Although this kind of promotes internal trading. I do plan to build a lot of settlers, so I think provision would be reasonable. So let's appoint Magnus, but we're not appointing him for his chopping ability, surprisingly. I'm playing a civilization that is very much anti or reduced chopping. So I want to put Pingala over here, but the problem is this city doesn't grow very well. Although it is getting a granary and it's already 4 pop, so I'm only losing 3 value compared. So yeah, I think it is reasonable here to move Pingala over. And I think something we're going to do here is we're going to get rid of urban planning and we're going to put in autocratic legacy, because now we have a government building plus a palace, so we're getting +1 of every yield. twice, so we're getting +2 of every yield. So if we slot in Autocratic Legacy, we'll be getting +4 of every yield, which feels pretty powerful, particularly when we're trying to build builders or build settlers in our capital. Let's skip this. Yeah, you can see, look, we're getting so much culture. We're getting so much, pretty much everything. Really, really nice. Yeah, let's go for settlers. We have our religion. We don't need to rush out our theater squares. There's Brussels. Let's see. I think I'd really like to get my spices online. And I think now that we're getting pretty late into the early game, I'm going to want to bring back some or all of my navy to escort settlers.
Money, if it does not
There's currency unlocked, which is the commercial hub. We're generating a decent amount of resources right now. I don't think I have an opportunity for Petra. I would like to unlock the Toa. And I'd also like to upgrade my archers. Or my slingers into archers for a bit of city defense. So I think that's an appealing line of inquiry. Ooh.
Laodicea is Hierapolis, where are hot springs and a plutonium, both of which have some singular properties. The water of the springs is so easily consolidated and becomes stone that if it is conducted through watercourses, dams are formed consisting of a single piece of stone.
Wow, cool. So Pamakale is a 2-tile impassable natural wonder +1 amenity. It provides an additional amenity if it's adjacent to an entertainment complex and a major adjacency bonus to theater squares, campuses, and commercial hub districts. And it has a standard adjacency bonus for holy site districts, and it provides fresh water. Interesting natural wonder, I gotta say. I think we've seen that one in one of the developer live streams. Let's go ahead and found this religion. I don't know what religion is suitable for the Maori, so I'm just going to pick the kind of wavy water. The way of the water is what I'm going to call it. That's what we'll call our religion. We are going to be spreading our cities out a bit, so being able to get extra housing would be pretty nice from our shrines and temples. We could grow some pretty big cities and scale off of growth. We could also get a lot of extra food, which would allow us to work specialist slots. I don't think I'm going to go for reliquaries. And I don't think I'm going to go for work ethic. I could go for Jesuit education. I have a lot of faith generation. And I could purchase the Mare amongst other buildings. I like the idea of shrines and temples providing +1 housing. Church property feels like a really strong religious bonus, but maybe I want to go for something else. Ooh, religious colonization I think fits really well here for the current build that I'm going for, where I go for a sort of late settlement. Normally by this time I would be looking to have like 6 cities out, but I'm trying to settle late and then settle a lot of cities late. So I think that kind of works. And we want to get defensive tactics unlocked so that we can get the provision promotion with Magnus. Yeah, okay, that's kind of working for me. I'm going to kind of loop this guy back. I'm definitely going to bring this guy back to protect me. I'm going to kind of just slowly loop some of these in the general direction of home. Nice, so we finished the holy site over here. Oh, the way of the water is having a bit of problem spreading. It's only getting +4. I think he has Moksha in his city. We're going to have to spend some faith early on spreading our religion, which means we'll need a shrine or two to be able to get those guys. But as we settle our cities, it'll spread our religion too. What do I want to do in here? I could use builders. I would like to improve these fish tiles. So I'm going to pick up a builder in this city. And we'll keep bringing this galley back towards... is another thing that we can explore. Did I not build... I swear I built a second warrior. Did I not? I might have maybe thought about it and then never followed through. AKA pretty much every decision I've ever made in my life. Haha, roasted myself. Got him. Ooh, free experience. I will take that free experience. So I have a builder charge here. Yeah, I wanna keep heading this way. I want to get this online. We almost have the harbor up in Kahia. And I tell you what, we've been going here for a little bit of time, so I'm going to call this the end of this episode. I will be, while we're exploring all of the new civilizations in Gathering Storm, I'm going to make an effort to release, on the very first day that a new series starts, I'm going to make an effort to release 3 videos on the first day of a series, and then one a day every day after that. And I'm also going to try and sprinkle in some guide videos. I have a guide video made about governors in Gathering Storm, about the new governor abilities and all this stuff that will kind of give you some insight about why I'm using the governors in this particular way, because I think the new governor stuff enables some pretty interesting strategies which has been somewhat sort of my preliminary analysis is that it has the potential to open up some new strategies, and you can kind of see me pursuing one of those new strategies right now. Basically what I'm trying to do is use Pingala to slingshot me into being able to build a really, really early Ancestral Hall, and then settle heavily after that with a fast double upgraded Magnus, and then transition Pingala. Did I not place Pingala? Oh my god. And then place Pingala in a second city where I can generate... I can't believe I forgot to place Pingala. I swear to God I placed him. Look, I'm making a lot of mistakes, but this is to be expected when I'm sort of... Because, like, I'm kind of relearning the game right now, because a lot of stuff has changed. Like, the early game looks the same, but because the stuff that happens after the early game looks really, really different, it means you're going to have to play... Like, it kind of affects how you play in the early game, because you want to set yourself up for certain mid-game stuff. Now, maybe it doesn't make sense to do a... zero carbon emissions game as my very first game, but I think if there is a civilization to do a zero carbon emissions game, the Maori are the guys to do it, because they have so many cool bonuses towards having very forested lands and kind of ignore and I have a religion that has appeal, and so, you know, it kind of all just feels like it fits together with this whole game strategy, and I like how this strategy has kind of organically come together so far in this game, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this video as well. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.